Okay, guys, I must be a glutton for punishment. I'm going to try another dual boot system, but this time I'm going to try it with mint cinnamon rather than Nabara. I've done a bit of research on this one this time, and it seems like it should be a simpler thing on mint rather than doing it with like Nabara, Fedora, something, or even Ubuntu. So I'm going to go ahead. I've already downloaded and created a USB stick with Linux Cinnamon on it. So I'm going to plug it in now and literally reboot and run through the Linux setup, as I'm already have Windows installed. I've taken the second drive out. I'm going to do it on a single drive instead of two drives this time. Attempt it that way. It's a slightly larger SSD than what I did initially, so hopefully there's going to be enough room on this SSD to be able to literally cope with both systems. Should be enough, because last time I did it on something half the size, it started to struggle, and then it all went completely wrong. So what I'm going to do now is just literally go and reboot and get straight into the Linux Mint install. If it shows up, it's going to show up on the second screen. I didn't know. Yes, oh, okay. So we go on keyboard again. I'll be glad when I get this desk upgraded. So I'll go straight into my UDisk, which will be the Linux Mint install, and there we go, straight into Mint Cinnamon. I may have missed a step already, but we'll see. If not, I know what I've done wrong. But hopefully I should be able to click install alongside and it create all the partitions for me. But on the guide it does say you're supposed to shrink your partition in Windows itself, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to get into the install, hopefully anytime soon. This USB on the front of this machine is so slow. Oh, but we're getting there. I may edit some of these little bits out. Right, I need to quickly go here and just change my display settings so I can see what I'm doing on both. Mirror, apply, keep the changes. Yeah, there we go, we're all sorted out now. So can close this off, and straight away you get a little icon in the top corner, install Linux Mint. So I'm going to do that right now and wait for that to boot up. Hopefully this will be a quick video this time, not a 12-hour marathon like it was last time. I'm doing this a little bit early. I won't release it till tomorrow, or possibly even the next day, depending on how I'm feeling and what deliveries come tomorrow and what else I've got to do, because I should be recording another video on other things. So English, continue. English UK for me. You know this, or you can choose your own languages and what's going to be right for you. I'm trying to get through this without having to install codecs, without stopping and starting. just hopefully to show you how easy it is on Mint as opposed to other distros. Saying that, I may cut out the actual part where it installs. Install Mint alongside Windows Boot Manager. So continue. Linux Mint at 80. Yep, that should be fine. Continue that. It was just telling me that I can't change the partitions once I've done them. It's fair enough. Test machine again as usual. And it's just telling you now what the partitions are going to be. Usual stuff. Nope. Yep, London. Continue. Yes, you'd have to put a username in this. Oh, I don't care if it's a weak password. It doesn't have to be a weak password, you still don't know what it is. And it doesn't really make much difference because this machine is basically just set to be wiped and reinstalled every other day when I'm doing a new video. Now we're doing the copying files, so I think I will pause this one a little bit. Come back to you when it's all installed. So here we are, Linux Mint's now installed, so fingers crossed this is going to work. But I'm going to restart the PC now and let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. After the last debacle, I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm hoping it is, and if it is, I will endorse Linux Mint a lot more than I will do Nevada from now on, especially on dual boots. It's asking me to remove the USB and then to press enter. Now we should find out if it's going to work. So I'm hoping it will bring the grub menu up, and if it does, I'll be really happy. Yes, and there we go. Straight away. But anyway, we've got Linux Mint and then we've got the Windows Boot Manager. So I'll initially go straight into Linux Mint, which seems to be just putting straight up. Well, this was a lot easier than trying to do it. I think my biggest problem I was trying to do was it was the wrong distro to try and dual boot from. Looking back and through some of the documentation that I was trying to wrap my head around, it literally was giving so much conflicting commands to use. Even going in through Reddit posts, people saying, "Oh, good luck with that," and well, good luck with that's not helping the cause. I need you to be actually answering. I got a couple of answers, but none of that seemed to work, which I was trying in the video. So I just need to log in now. And yes, straight up on the desktop, but yet again I've got to do a quick mirror. No, not where. Display settings, I've got to do on this other one, and straight mirror, apply. And keep the changes, and up and running. So I will be doing a quick video on Linux Mint at some point soon. I'll probably set it up. You don't need to see me set up yet another distro, but I will probably be comparing Mint and Zorin together, because they're supposedly the two easiest distros to use, especially coming from Windows, and just see how they compare to one another. Which one's got the best on certain aspects and which is overall best. But yeah, so let's close that off and I just want to test something. I just want to do a restart and go into Windows. Literally taken less than 25 minutes to set this up if it goes into Windows now, which is completely phenomenal. So Windows Boot Manager, and yeah, it's going straight into Windows. You know what, I'll probably, because it's such a short video, I am going to probably pop this up now. I've just put a video up which I can't see doing very well. So, and then once I pop this up, I can have tomorrow off waiting for deliveries, possibly building some stuff up, furniture wise that is, and take a couple of days to produce that video, and possibly tomorrow evening do the Linux Mint and the Zorin comparative video. So yeah, and we've already lost the bloody dual screen. Display settings, let's see if we can do that. It's not detecting sound, so that's a bit annoying, but it is up and running in Windows. It's just reboot, restart system. I wonder if let me just see if I can get my screen up and running. That's the only thing that's stopped, but other than that, it is, the system itself is up and running. It's just chucked me out of. I'll just try a restart. It literally just chucked me out of my video capture. This might be because it's an external card. Try Windows again, see if it. No, I think it's going to work again for some bizarre reason. Now I need to find out why it's doing this. Bear with me, and I will come back to you. But both systems are up and running. It's just not letting the video capture come through. I'll be back. Right, this was a really simple fix. It was part of what I thought I'd done wrong to start off with. So basically what you have to do is, if you are doing this in do screen capture, you should do this before, which is basically going to Windows, and then you go into Control Panel, then you go into Power Options, choose what the power buttons do, then change settings that are currently unavailable, and make sure this is unclicked. Save the settings, and then if you do it afterwards, save settings, reboot, and then you get video capture back up. So now what I'm going to try and do, as soon as I'm at this point now, is see if it boots up into Linux Mint via the screen capture on both sides, and then we know it's done properly. So shut down, well no, restart, should I say, not shut down. If the BIOS pops up, it looks like it should work. Yeah, looks like we're going to be working from now, so this is looking quite good. Linux Mint, hopefully that'll come up with the desktop, and if it is, that's it, this video is done, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I think dual booting on two different SSDs makes things a lot harder and a lot more complicated. Yeah, straight up. Ooh. So yeah, there we go, it's up and running, the dual boot system is working. One last test, now I've gone into Linux Mint. It could have messed around with the Windows boot, so just to double check, triple check, quadruple check, because I never trust my own work, especially after the last dual boot video, and we'll see how it go. Shouldn't take too long now. So Windows Boot Manager. So if you are looking at dual booting, I would suggest getting possibly a terabyte plus SSD to share between the both, and then that way each system's going to have enough leeway to move to maneuver so you can save documents on both OSs without having to worry about having other hard drives in and partitioning them off, or partition it as an extension 4 or exFAT file system, so both systems can read the actual files and drive. But yeah, everything's up and running. Windows is back up and running. Boots into Linux Mint as well straight away. So maybe I should have run this one first. But I thought Navara would have been an easier option. Obviously now, so but Mint seems to do the trick. Thank you very much, guys.